This is J2O, aka Kinetic, back with a quick third match in Grand Arena Championships. This is the exhibition season. We've got ourselves some First Order versus OR. And I'm going to make this quick. Sorry guys, I was on vacation, so I got the recordings in, but I didn't get a chance to put a video together. But it wasn't terribly eventful. My opponent had a better roster than my previous two, but I just didn't do much with it. So, but I did have some decent matchups that I wanted to kind of show the combo for. You see there, I tried to land a buff immunity on Zalbar, and generate some turn meter here. Get it the spell. This should free me up to kill our friend Karth. I think I learned my lesson here, and I wanted to make sure I kept taunt up on. Of course, Juhani and Zalbar both screw that up. This AoE should finish him. There we go. I just can't get that buff immunity to land. I actually don't have a lot of potency on First Order TIE Pilot, so that could be something I should look into. AoEing, really slow. You know, OR is terribly slow to begin with, but the modding here was not any help to that either. And so once the First Order team gets rolling, starts critting, you know, First Order Officer, Kylo, they're generating a lot of turn meter for the team. And you can see it kind of, I mean, we're taking like 3 turns per 1 turn. So, yeah, it's First Order. I don't know if it's like the hard document anyway, but this is definitely a great matchup for OR. Easy matchup, you know, no, like little to no risk. So I don't have First Order Stormtrooper geared. Otherwise, I would look to put First Order on defense more. That's something I did migrate away from. I was having them on defense, but it just didn't give me a lot of success, and I felt like I had a lot of glass cannons, so it would probably be a better team for offense. Here you're going to see IT with Snowtrooper running against Bounty Hunters, and I did save Shore Trooper and used him for EP before I saw the back line, but ultimately it didn't make much of a difference. So this is your classic go first and hope you can Zerg somebody. Going after this IG-88 who got a buff on protection, and his survival, to me there's observable survivability that he gained. Let's see, so there we go. So now we get the Terminator train going. You saw that they were able to go after Stark a few times, and then we're going to, oh no. Oh, I used my basic there instead of Deathmark for some reason. I'm not sure. That could have bit me. Oh no, look, Deathmark is on cooldown. I must have used it and it didn't stick. But generally, Deathmark, you know, you can Deathmark Boba after you get the Terminator train rolling. And he won't even re-res. You can do that with Django too, depending on which one you find more dangerous. I generally do it to Boba because his execute ability can be a little risky. Especially for an under-geared IT. This is all gear 10. So you don't want to mess around with that kind of, you know, crit. Could easily wipe one of them off the face of the earth. And then I got JTR versus First Order here. JTR is it's almost like an overkill for really well-geared. Now he's got a great comp here. To me, this is one of the optimal comps. Maybe instead of First Order Officer, you get First Order TIE Pilot. But First Order Officer got a buff a little bit on some protection too. So, you know, it's not bad. You just need to have either the Zeta on Kylo, so he taunts at the beginning, or you need to have much faster First Order Officer. And in this case, my opponent had a very, very slow First Order Officer for some reason. I'm not sure why else you bring him unless you have a really fast one. But You see here, just kind of controlling the battle. Really like this comp. You don't necessarily have to run all of them. Like I will run like just R2 and BB8. But here I was just going for full protection, full health, full team, so 60. And I didn't think I could do that without having at least Fen. And so I decided to run Resistance Trooper for the damage. And pretty easy cleanup. It's pretty much in the bag now. IT could have been decent here too. It's a little more risky though. They're a little more vulnerable to the AoE damage. And so I don't like to run IT with my undergeared, but I think IT is a great offensive team that can actually Zerg pretty much any team that has a weak link. And so if you can find a team that has that weak link and get that train going, you can really set up for some solid damage. Even on teams it's not supposed to be, just based on the pure speeds and again the weak link, you know. There you go, 60. That's what I was going for there. And that's about it, guys. That was all that was really in that fight. Ultimately, you'll see here, you'll see my opponent here. Did take a swipe. He kept most of his best teams for offense. He one-shot the entire bottom row. And he struggled, I think, 4 attempts on Scoundrels and 2 attempts on Bosk. And then he didn't even bother with Revan or General Grievous. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe or leave comments below.